this afternoon with ongoing concern over how to help Utah families who rely on SNAP benefits.
Yeah, this is a big issue right now. It's a big question with federal funding for SNAP in limbo right now. State Democrats are making a big push for Utah to help families who need it most. Here's where we are at right now. The government shutdown, it is stalling federal funding for SNAP, or commonly known as food stamps. Earlier this week, the Trump administration said in court filings that it would use contingency funds to provide partial SNAP benefits, but that's only expected to cover about half of each eligible household's benefits this month. So in an effort to help, Utah Democrats are calling on Governor Spencer Cox and the state legislature leadership, to convene a special session to use state money to offset the difference.
Brian Carlson has our story from Capitol Hill. Brian, is this something state leadership is anticipated to go for?
Well, Brooke and Tammy, I reached out to all of Utah's heavy political hitters to answer that question this morning. It would require state lawmakers to dip into the state's rainy day fund if there's enough support. So here's what state Democrats are calling for. Last night, the Utah Democratic Caucus wrote a letter to state GOP leaders asking for a special session to use part of the state's rainy day funds to support Utah families who rely on SNAP. According to their estimate, that's about 89,000 Utahns. With federal funding right now only expected to cover half of those benefits this month, state Democrats say it is crucial that Utah help cover the rest so those hungry families have enough money to eat. For the month of November, state Democrats say that would cost Utah $31 million. They say shifting that money for SNAP benefit families is exactly what the state's rainy day funds are intended for.
This is an emergency. We're asking to tap into those emergency rainy day funds that we do this type of saving and exercise for times like this ones, right? So we just think it's the right time, it's the right approach.
So will the state do that? Well, state Republicans have majority control in both the state Senate and the House, as well as the governor's office. Based on the response I got today from Governor Cox, the state Senate President Stuart Adams, and House Speaker Mike Schultz, a special session seems unlikely. They sent me this joint statement, which reads in part, Congress created this crisis, and Congress has the solution and responsibility to resolve it. The state is not structured to bail out Washington, nor can it sustain or fund federal programs. Rainy day funds are intended by law to provide relief during natural disasters and severe economic downturns, not to compensate for dysfunction in Washington. Now, the governor, the state president, the Senate president, and the House Speaker all went on to say that Utah's not just sitting on the sidelines here on this. They also are giving $4 million to help prop up local food banks where hungry families can then go to get food that they need. But as far as a special session here at the state capitol, I wouldn't count on it. Live here from Capitol Hill, Brian Carlson, KSL 5 News. Back to you.
Brian, thank you.